As you already know, when we talk about human sexuality, we're talking about one of the most complex and diverse parts of the human experience. Someone left me a question in one of my videos asking me to talk about humiliation and bullying as a sexual fetish. So let's talk about it as usual with openness and without shame. If you care to understand, stay tuned. If you're going to judge before you even finish the video, just judging on the topic, your loss. Yep. Humiliation is a sexual fetish for many people. For many, being degraded, embarrassed, or even playfully bullied in a consensual context can be intensely arousing. And you may be asking yourself, what in the world? Why would anyone volunteer to be humiliated? What does that even mean? And if you're curious, I'll tell you how to navigate this safely if this is your jam. Before you make any assumptions, though, let me start by stating what humiliation fetish is and what is not. Let me be abundantly clear and hear me out and really get this into your head. Humiliation as a fetish isn't about real abuse. It isn't about wanting to be harmed, disrespected, or psychologically destroyed. Instead, it is about erotic power dynamics, role play, and emotional intensity that tap into the brain's reward and arousal centers. It's like a story the mind steps into where embarrassment becomes a controlled, consensual spark of excitement rather than actual harm. And I know that for those who don't practice it, you cannot even fathom humiliation as an erotic experience and wonder why would people even do it? Well, for some, it's the thrill of surrendering. For others, it's the adrenaline of the taboo. And for some, it's the feeling of being fully seen without judgment, even in their most vulnerable moments. I've had individuals in my clinical practice who want to understand their humiliation fetish, and they run from small penis humiliation to humiliation of their body type or being forced into doing things that they don't want to really do. So, where does it come from? As with many things sexual, there isn't a universal cause, but research in sexual scripting and arousal patterns shows several common pathways. For instance, power exchange, feeling helpless or beneath someone can amplify vulnerability and erotic intensity. Also, as an emotional release for people who carry shame or pressure in their everyday lives, consensual humiliation can actually relieve that tension by transforming it into pleasure. Also, it's about rewriting past experiences. For some, consensual humiliation allows them to take scenarios that once felt hurtful and reclaim them in a controlled, empowering way. Also, role play as psychology. The brain often gets aroused not by the act itself, but by the meaning we attach to it. Naughtiness, taboo, surrender, approval seeking, and so forth. But let me be abundantly clear and categorical about this. Consent, communication, and boundaries matter. Humiliation play must be clear, negotiated before it happens, and consensual. Without that, it is not erotic and it becomes harmful. In healthy dynamics, both partners understand what words, actions, and roles are allowed, what's off limits, and how to pause or stop at any time. And there's a big aspect of humiliation and bullying as a sexual fetish. Playful degradation can only be safe when both people trust each other deeply. And this is especially important when the fetish involves themes like bullying, rejection, mockery, dominance. Evidently, these fantasies can touch emotional wounds that are so deep. So aftercare, grounding, and open check-ins matter just as much as the play itself. And let me tell you, when humiliation as a fetish becomes an issue, a humiliation fetish only becomes problematic when, number one, it's pursued without consent. Number two, it interferes with normal sexual functioning. Number three, it becomes the only reliable pathway to arousal. Four, it triggers emotional distress instead of excitement. In those cases, you may probably want to see a professional who can help you understand those patterns, the roots, and broaden the individual's erotic range if needed. But the truth is that human sexuality is wide, varied, and often surprising, even to the people experiencing it. A humiliation or erotic bullying fetish doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your erotic wiring is unique, layered, and shaped by your emotional world and potentially your past experiences. And when explored ethically, consciously, and with the right partner, these dynamics can be safe, intimate, and even healing. If you're curious, confused, or wanting guidance about this part of your sexuality, let me tell you, you're not alone. But with the right support, you can understand your desires more deeply and build a sex life that feels both authentic and empowered to you. And now you know.